I love the speech, first of all. Sounded great, made a lot of very fundamental points, I thought. You spoke of Republicans and Democrats essentially being a one-party system. Do you believe they serve the same financial interests to the extent that John McCain and Barack Obama serve the same financial interests? Where do you think we would be under John McCain? Do you think it would be any different?
As far as that goes, listen, they both get their monies from the same people. It's amazing, the different corporations, they give a little bit to the Republicans, they give a little bit to the Democrats. That way, they're safe. It's almost like, praying to God, praying to Buddha, praying to, just make sure you're not going to upset somebody. Hedging your bet, so to speak. But as far as with McCain goes, one thing I was very happy that the journalists and the media did not do was ask me any direct questions, because there's not a whole lot that I agree with on McCain. Ultimately, it was the lesser of two evils. What do I think would have happened? I don't think American would have woke up as McCain got in. So it's probably better that Obama actually did get in, because it's awoken the American spirit back up again, because we don't really want to go down the road that he's taken us down. But not only that, but the most important aspect of that is just Congress, holding our politicians accountable and having the majority heard as opposed to the minority.
You also spoke of the Constitution. I was actually going to ask you a question about that. You answered that in your speech. You're obviously pro-Constitution, know a lot about those issues, referenced that book, which if you could give me the title one more time, I'll certainly be looking into that.
Oh, it's called The 5,000-Year Leap. It just talks about the 28 principles of the Constitution. The men that came to create it talked about their opinions, their thoughts, the difficulties in actually bringing it together. At that point in time, you got to really look at history and how men was very untrusting of any kind of government, and they believed most of them actually had more of a libertarian viewpoint as opposed to what we actually currently have. But they were able to come together and bring it. It's fascinating how it came together. So the 5,000-Year Leap is incredibly important.
All right, and according to the Constitution, the federal government has certain rights to govern, and all the things not specifically enumerated powers to the federal government specifically belong with the states. I'm sure you're aware of that then as well. Okay, and you're big on states' rights. You were speaking about that. Director by the name of William Lewis, are you familiar with him?
No.
He'll be filming a documentary, his next film, on the state sovereignty movement, and that's, I think, a great thing to report on, because that hasn't been concentrated on too much. The media reported on it a little bit, not nearly did it get as much of a push as I think it needed, so I think that's going to be a great thing. He just finished a film called Camp FEMA, where he actually documents the FEMA internment facilities being built in this country. Are you aware of any of those?
I don't know as much as I need to, so I don't really want to throw an opinion out there. I like to have my ducks in a row before I speak. Too many people speak from what they learned in 3 minutes, and that's just not the right thing to do.
Absolutely. I would like to inform you that just one quick fact about that. Under the Bush Jr. administration, actually, Kellogg Brown and Root, KBR, received a $385 million contract to construct these internment facilities within the United States, if you were unaware. These are documentaries. America Freedom to Fascism deals with the tax code, the IRS, and the Federal Reserve. The Obama Deception on Obama's presidency. Loose Change in American Coup is a 9/11 documentary. If you'd like, you can have these. We have plenty of copies.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
My
that.
email's on there. It's a lot of good information. If there's any future time I could do a follow-up interview, I would really appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming out, bro. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.